Andrea is naked, covered only by a blanket. She reclines on the couch, smiling.
Well, that was fun.
Jake, naked, lays on the floor, out of breath, arms and legs sprawled wide.
Incredible. I've never submitted to so much degradation while simultaneously staying hard for someone else.
Andrea lays back and reaches out her hand. Still breathless, Jake reaches for her. They hold hands.
I can't thank you enough for role-playing and agreeing to be the social worker. It's such a release on so many levels.
You were wild. I never thought of it like that. But yeah, I'm sure people do yell crazy stuff at social workers. And what can I say? I'm here to serve.
They say love knows no bounds.
Love?
Andrea raises an eyebrow and pulls her hand away from Jake's.
It's an expression.
What, like you love me?
No, we were making love. I mean, we were fucking.
Jake sits up. Confusion is etched on his face.
Oh, I'm confused.
Clearly, maybe it's better to say, fucking knows no bounds.
Oh, I see.
Jake scratches his head.
I think I heard that one before.
Nope, I'm sure you haven't.
Did you know that I'm a method actor?
Andrea rolls her head back and stares up at the ceiling.
Oh, really? How did you end up on the farm?
Well, I was trying to land this supporting role in a series as a bank teller.
That requires method acting?
Absolutely. So I took a job as a bank teller, for research.
Jake puts on a serious and yet bored expression on his face and pretends to lean on an invisible counter.
That's my bank teller impression.
Andrea looks over to Jake. Her eyes get big. She looks perplexed, then down towards the floor and laughs slightly.
Wow, great.
I know. I worked really hard on it.
So, you left the glory of Hollywood TV series acting to come here for... what?
There were difficulties, as there always are in the research. See, as I was expanding and exploring the circle of attention and developing my character analysis, those are technical method acting terms, I was learning how much one can hate a job while having no other options but to keep doing it anyway.
That's life, right?
So, in seeking better relaxation techniques, another method acting term, I tried some heroin that started a heroin habit, and that has pretty much become a full-fledged addiction.
Dang, I guess that makes sense.
Jake lays back down on the floor and stretches his arms and legs as far as he can in each direction.
You want to know what's the most frustrating part?
The degradation from the sex?
No, that was awesome. It was the other role I never got.
Which role?
The teller one. I never did get to act as a bank teller.
Andrea shakes her head, chuckling at the absurdity.
So, you were chasing the chimera, eh?
Well, you could say I'm committed to my craft.
Andrea starts to laugh. The absurdity of the moment hangs in the air like a ghost. Jake joins in the hilarity with her, not because he understands, but because he likes laughing. In the center of the labyrinth, a party rages and raves, throbbing to the beat. In the midst of the crowd is Dale jerking his shoulders, head, and hips to the music. The people dancing around him are all half his age. Everyone is happy to see Dale on the dance floor. He receives fist pounds and pats on the back from everyone. Time passes. Dale's eyes are like moons. His shirt is drenched in sweat. It's like he took a shower with his clothes on. He just cannot stop dancing. Dr. Green stands in his private garden checking his plants one by one with a flashlight. He comes to his favorite. As he stands back and admires his newest invention, a bioluminescent bald cypress tree, the ghost of Alexander the Great appears.
What the hell, Ellen?
God damn it. Can't I have 1 minute of peace?
Look at me. The land of opportunity, the beacon of freedom. Who else could dare to claim such greatness? Others may try, but they can only admire from afar.
Fuck you.
And what does he make? A bioluminescent, bold cypress tree. It's not even going to glow for the whole year.
You wouldn't have been able to do it.
I wouldn't have even tried, idiot.
What do you know about it?
There's only one thing that matters, Alan. Dominance. Dominance is the only thing.
I'll dominate you.
Dr. Green takes a swing at the ghost of Alexander the Great. His fist never lands. Rather, he swings through the ghost's ethereal presence. Dr. Green loses his balance and falls on the ground.
You are an idiot. You think you can strike me?
Leave me alone. All I want is to be a good scientist.
Dominate, Alan. Dominate them all.
Rick works behind the bar. He is talking with another bartender as they pour drinks for the tenants.
Have you tried the sausage yet?
Yeah, man.
That stuff is amazing.
It's candied, brother.
Ah, that makes sense why it's so sweet, smoky, and satisfying.
Yup, candied blood sausages, a regular staple of the labyrinth.
The labyrinth?
This place. We call it the labyrinth.
Oh, you don't call it Dr. Green's stem cell farm?
No, once you're in here, it's only the labyrinth.
Why is that?
It's all Hotel California, man.
Yeah, no, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Dude, we're never leaving this place. You can't. None of us can get out ever.
Rick steps back and looks to the bartender. The bartender's face is relaxed. Her body is relaxed. She looks up to meet Rick's gaze. Rick is shocked, worried. The bartender smiles to Rick, kindly. Back in the center of the labyrinth, Glenn dances through the crowd with a plastic glass of beer in his hand. He smiles and is in a state of bliss. Then Glenn bumps into Dale.
Dale,
Oh, hey there, young man.
how's it going?
Never better. This place is like heaven on earth.
Dale continues to try and jerk his elderly body to the beat of the music the best he can. Glenn notices his eyes and how wet his clothes are.
Dale, stop. Hold on a second.
Glenn puts his hand on Dale's shoulder and looks into his eyes. Dale's eyes are like blasted out orbs.
Dude, are you okay?
Never better. This place is like heaven on earth.
You already said that, man. Come on, you're done for the day.
Glenn grabs Dale by the forearm and pulls him out of the rave.
I'm fine. We're just getting started.
You can crash out at my place. That way, I can keep an eye on you.
The two walk out of the center of the labyrinth. Inside one of the laboratories, Clone 1 and Clone 2 stand shoulder to shoulder over a steel table, working on a project.
I think the tenants are going to love our puppet show.
I think that it's a stupid idea.
You think that everything I do is stupid.
Most likely. However, it doesn't stop me from helping you.
I appreciate that about you.
Clone 1 holds up a Victorian gentleman marionette.
Is this Jack or Ernest?
In the beginning, Jack is pretending to be Ernest. And in the end, Jack finds out that in fact, his real name is Ernest.
So how will people know the difference between the puppets?
No, it's about setting, not appearances.
Oh, can you explain it to me again?
When he's on his country estate, he's Jack. And when he's in London, he tells people his name is Ernest.
Ah, now I remember. Do you ever pretend to be me?
No, never. Why would I do that?
So that you could live a life of debauchery, like this puppet. I guess you could use being an idiot as an excuse.
Do you live a life of debauchery?
No.
There you go.
I see. See, sometimes you're nice.
Never.
Clone 1 picks up the play and reads the title.
The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. Where did you find this one?
One of the tenants gave it to me. He said it was his favorite.
Do you think that someday we'll find out that we're not actually who we think we are?
We're clones. What do you think? You think we're going to find out we're part of the aristocracy?
No. I mean, I think that it'd be cool if we found out that we were actually like cowboys or something like that. Oh, brother. Imagine I could wear like really tight blue jeans and a really big hat.
Clone 1 takes the marionette puppet and makes it dance around. He grins to himself in joy. The bar is dimly lit, filled with the sounds of chatter and laughter. Shane is leaning over the bar, animatedly arguing with a less than impressed patron who is nursing a drink.
No, bro. I know everything there is to know about gardening. Individuals have to be held accountable to do their part.
Dude, we live in a community. It's a garden. Why don't we all just work the garden together? It's actually called community gardening, right?
No, bro. Because what happens is you say that now. Then you know what really happens. I end up doing all your work. Why? Because you're off looking at butterflies and trying to wax poetic to impress the ladies instead of doing your part.
What? Fuck you, man.
No. Fuck you, bro.
All right. Well, answer me this. We create this whole system of individual accountability. Then who's in charge of the system? How do we hold people accountable?
Violence. I'll use my fists. Or a gun. Once people know how serious it is, they won't dare to fuck around.
Will people vote for you to take the position? Isn't part of the individualist approach so that there's less structure, less oversight?
Fuck you, bro. You're twisting my words.
Fuck you, dude. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying.
Dude, I will fucking break your nose. Do you know what they call me?
Are you serious? We're just talking.
They call me the Punisher, bro. The fucking Punisher.
Seriously? That might be the gayest thing someone has ever said to me.
Shane pushes the patron. As he does, several other patrons step up to surround him. Lori steps into the middle of the conflict.
Boys, boys, boys. How about we all just take a breath?
Fuck this guy. I'm just talking with him and he pushes me.
He's drunk, he's sorry, we're leaving.
Like hell. I'm telling these guys the way community gardening has to be done.
Lori grabs Shane by the arm and pulls him out of the circle of men that have surrounded him.
Sorry, seriously, sorry, we're leaving?
Lori pulls Shane out of the bar. Outside the bar, on a dirt walkway of the labyrinth, Lori scolds Shane.
What the hell, Shane? You're going to get your skull kicked in by all those guys. Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Lori, these guys don't understand how serious gardening is and the right way to do it. They want to run it like a bunch of hippie cunts.
Jesus.
Next thing, we've got to privatize so that we can maximize productivity and get even more profits coming in.
It's fucking gardening, Shane. There are no profits.
Glenn comes walking down the street with Dale on his shoulder.
Guys, great timing. You gotta help me get Dale back to my house.
Shane goes to the other side of Dale, and together they help to walk him back to Glenn's house. Inside Glenn's house, Dale lays on the couch passed out. Lori checks his pulse.
I don't know. I'm not a nurse. I think he's fine.
Glenn and Shane stand in front of the kitchenette drinking beers.
Dude, you're going to get your ass kicked again?
Fuck those guys. I could have taken them.
This isn't the movies. You go against a group of guys and you're going to get stomped into the ground. You know this, man.
Whatever.
Shane looks to Lori.
Hey, babe.
Shane walks over and starts groping Lori.
How are you feeling?
The stench of alcohol pouring out of Shane's pores pushes her head back.
Jesus, Shane, you smell horrible.
You know what I'd like a whiff of.
Shane starts to push his hand down the front of her pants.
You're drunk. Don't pretend like you can finish what you're trying to start.
Lori pushes Shane off of her and he falls to the floor, flat on his ass. Back outside, on the streets of the labyrinth, most all the houses have gone dark. Here and there, one single light is on. However, Glenn's house is completely lit up. The Minotaur stands outside. His breathing is audible, Ujjayi yogic breath. Slow, steady inhale through his nostrils, and a slow, steady exhale through pursed lips. He pulls his shoulders back and centers a rugged and outdoorsy yet cute REI belly bag that hangs on his waist. Inside Glenn's house, the Minotaur kicks the door in and walks into the center of the room.
What the fuck is that?
Shane stumbles to his feet.
Listen, Swolezilla, you better fuck off. You know why? Why? Because this is my house. I've got all the authority here.
Glenn nervously steps slightly behind and beside Shane to try and back him up.
Technically, this is my house.
Shane mutters to Glenn.
Shut up, man.
The Minotaur grabs Shane with both hands. With his left hand, the Minotaur grabs Shane's head and neck and pushes him to the ground. He grabs Shane's arm with his right. Once Shane is on the ground, the Minotaur puts his foot on Shane's chest. Then, he grabs Shane's arm with both of his hands.
Get off of him!
Glenn charges and grabs the Minotaur around the waist, but it's futile. With all his might, the Minotaur pulls on Shane's arm until he tears it off.
What the fuck?
Lori faints. Glenn jerks, jolts, and yanks against the Minotaur. The Minotaur, holding Shane's left arm in one hand, uses his other to pry Glenn off of him and then throw him across the room. Then the Minotaur uses Shane's arm to beat Glenn to death. Shane with one arm crawls over to the couch. He pulls himself up and pushes Dale. Dale, still in reclined repose, wakes up. He rolls his head over to look at Shane. There is blood everywhere.
Is this one of those paint orgy parties? I've always wanted to go to one of those.
Dale! Shut the fuck up! Go get help!
Dale sits up on the couch. The Minotaur walks across the room to Dale and Shane. The screen goes black for a beat. As the room comes back into focus, Dale, Glenn, and Shane are dead and have been torn into pieces. Lori is passed out on the floor, covered in the blood of her friends. The Minotaur walks over to her, drops down to one knee. He places his enormous hand on her belly. Then he extends his index finger and drags it gently across her forehead, brushing her hair across her face. The Minotaur reaches into his belly bag and pulls out a vial. He pours a strange, colorful liquid down Lori's throat, stands, and leaves.